Yes, people, welcome to Real Talk Football TV Premier League Debate Show. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. All of that. We've got Tobias, Self Shack. All right, we know the score, but we'll say it anyway. Newcastle 4, Man United 1. I don't think nobody was shocked that you was going to lose that game, the way Newcastle are playing. I think Newcastle got better players, better team. But Tobias, you're Man United, man. Is Ruben a bust? Are we seeing any sort of improvement? Are we seeing any sort of progression? Have we seen any sort of philosophy since he's come to Man United? Or are we just thinking, you know what? We just got this horribly wrong. Or is it too early to say?
The conundrum that continues to be United. Never a day off. Never a day off. Never, you know. The Ruben thing's crazy in terms of, again, like, it's crazy, man. Like, let's just look at the facts. Like 21 games, 6 wins in the Premier League. This is Premier League only.
14 losses.
21 games, 6 wins. So, irrespective of what your expectation is of Man United, you cannot look yourself in the eye or in the mirror and sort of say that that's acceptable. Yeah, I knew I should have been concerned from when everyone was saying, but he speaks well. That was always, you see, from when all the rival fans like your manager, yeah, there's a problem. I should have been concerned from then. I think we've ignored a lot of he's got away with murder. Let's be honest. He like the results that have been coming out, he's got away with murder. Like, so previous managers wouldn't have been getting the leeway he gets. So we can only look at it. With United, there's so many things you can bring into play. You can bring into the ownership, but let's not digress into all of that. Let's just focus on the main focal point, which is Amorim. Amorim's the manager. Yeah, Amorim comes in. So it's up to you to get a tune out of the players.
But Tobias, sorry to cut you, but no one's got a tune out of these players, though, Tobias.
Yeah, but
are we in a microwave era where we want things too quickly, or do we have to give them time?
That's the microwave era. That's Man United. That's not the era. That's just Man United in itself at the minute. It might be an era because that's where we are, but because we've been just because we've been Man United and our success over the Premier League era, it's inevitable that you're gonna that continued success is going to be an expectation because you're meant to be a big club, and historically throughout all of Europe, big clubs maintain that level. They may have a slight dip off, but they maintain a certain level, and we have been. In fairness, there's it's been sporadic. You've had top 4, you've had minimal successes in the cups, Europa League, etc. So we've had that success, which has masked a lot of the sort of undertones that have been going on. But if we solely focus on Amorim, who has done well under Amorim?
Yeah. Who's he made better?
Amad Diallo. I said before he come, like, please, I pray that you don't think that you can come in and play that system. Yes, he may have I think seemingly the board accepted that he was going to come in and play the way he was going to play. I don't think they expected it to be as bad as it's been. No way. But they've said that's all out. They've got to ride with it. Like, I think I didn't want Southgate. But if this was Southgate, everyone's called in for him to be sacked.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Amorim what baffles me is Amorim just gets away with the basics. He gets away with saying that this ain't my team. Like, it's never no one's team when they come in. So is
it just foreign managers getting away with it in a sense of, if this was English managers doing what they're doing what he's doing, would it just be out straight away?
Well,
even be a sacking already.
Okay,
or be more pressure from the press.
Lopetegui was obviously he had the pre-season, but with the amount of transfers he brought into West Ham, you'd expect some sort of bedding season. Plus, it is West Ham.
Mm.
So, what's your expectation of West Ham?
Mm.
They got rid of him very quickly.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like he was shortly after Ten Hag. Ten Hag kept him in the job from when he beat us because it was out of who gets sacked. That was a game of who gets sacked. But Amorim, if you look at it, if you look at it from the outset of you're coming into a team that lacked confidence, has low IQ, and was terrible in turnovers in terms of giving away the ball, was terrible playing from the back. Everything that you've done has amplified those issues tenfold. Do you know? It's like, how much can you sit back? Like, this is why I say it's nothing else matters but winning football. You can stink the place out, but you win, you mask it off. Losing, but you're losing, and I'm still not even seeing I'm not seeing that pattern of play. So and with it being rumored that we don't have no money in the summer, how's the expectation that he's going to be able to all of a sudden magic his own team in it? Like, like now you're looking at it that now you need a goalkeeper as well. To add things off to anything, you need a goalkeeper to top it off. So how many positions are you really going to fill for that time? We've neglected a spine for I don't know how long. Like, we should never have been going into any seasons with a player of Rasmus's age being our main striker. And the club's just beating him down to the point where he can't even do what he was good at, right?
But to Ruben Amorim's defense, he's only had one transfer window.
Irrelevant.
He's only put one player in.
Shaq.
He's changing a new system. Every manager has had these bunch of players have all been sacked. The culture of the club, of the players as well, is toxic. He's coming into. I don't know. This is what I'm hearing. But is he?
It's not. It's not, because if we're going from the Ranić time, all the players that were perceived to be the big issues, they've gone now. Personality wise, they've gone. Who's left to blame? Who are you blaming? You're blaming who's the only ones left there? Really, is Fernandez. Shaw doesn't play anyway, so irrelevant. Maguire, he's the only player that is even improved, and it's crazy. The one player I didn't even want him to improve is improved, or playing more to a system that suits him.
Yeah, I think the system's improved him, not
but all of it. I'm not having a man. For one, he's young anyway. That's one thing we didn't need, was an experienced manager. He's still learning on the job. His coaching staff are all young. Everything about it is horrible from the outset. If you look at it, for the club's too big for all of that.
Yeah, the jump from Sporting to Man United, that's like non-league going straight to the Premiership. Really, there's levels to this.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and I said everything I sort of said before he's coming in. Look what he done at Sporting. I think you could have said the same thing with what Ten Hag done at Ajax. He was reading the same playbook of the expectations, and I wasn't convinced. Listen, we are where we are now.
All right, so what do you do with him then? So if you I don't know if it's all Man United. I think the fan base is split. So what do? Do you give him money next year? And if he does go on the same type of run he's going on now, what do you do? So you're back to square one for our next manager. Do you say, you know what? We just think, you know what, this guy's just not good enough. We just cut our losses.
To be honest, you look at it.
What do you do?
Okay, everyone's praying, wishing, hoping for this Europa fallout. Yeah. Let's be honest. If it was still the Europa where Champions League teams dropped back down into Europa, Man United still wouldn't be in the Europa anymore. So it's probably the easiest Europa in recent years.
Yeah, but if he wins it, it gives him big leeway. It gives him enough.
If Man U win it, yeah, then UEFA need to reevaluate the whole winning Europa into the Champions League. That is absolutely criminal. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how bad it's been. So let's say for instance, because he hasn't won it, and from looking at the performances, you can't really put your hand on your heart and say we're going to win it. But if we solely focus on what he has done currently, you're leaving yourself in a crazy position for next season. So you're telling me, okay, I'll ask you the question. Ruben Amorim goes into next season with 4 or 5 signings. Let's say 4. Let's be nice and say 4.
All successes? All hit the ground running?
No, just irrelevant. He gets 4 of his players. Yeah, 4 of his players. Because we don't know who they're going to be. So he gets 4, 5 max of his players. What's your realistic expectation from a team that potentially can finish 17th, 16th next season?
It's crazy. I don't think Man United fans will take it, but I think a top 10 finish.
Exactly.
A top 10 finish. Regardless who you bring in. Top 10. Because you can't go from 14th to 5th or 6th. I just don't see it happening.
Exactly. So now you're looking at it. You're leaving yourself wide open that those first games next season are going to have so much riding on it. Not too dissimilar to this season when when we first started the league with Ten Hag, because all eyes were on Ten Hag as well.
All eyes on Ruben.
So we're falling into the same trap of all eyes being on Ruben Amorim with what's going to be unrealistic target set on him, because the perception is going to be that he's had a free year to then make Champions League football next year. I think that's the belief. That's the belief of everyone, that all of a sudden it's all just going to click, and by next year it's crazy. We're just going to be running away doing the madness. Like, where are we getting the finances for this? I don't know, because the players you're looking to sell, I don't even think we've recouped the funds or paid back the Sancho money. We haven't paid back the Anthony money. Paid back the Onana money. So where all this money coming from without Champions League football?
All right. Well, Tobias, then, is he a bust? Then is he going to be a bust? What do you think? Then what would you do?
I think he's setting him. I think he's set him